Hey, welcome to another episode of Dave's Imaginations. Today, we're going to recap our adventuring session from Thursday, July 28th, as Dave's Imaginations presents Dark Queen Ascension, The Fallen. Stay with me. So last Thursday, our adventurers jumped right into action as they headed back to the trophy room of Arauthator's lair, and they were talking to Macath, and they got done, and they were formulating a plan of action as they are going to take on Arauthator. And as they headed back to the trophy room, they began sniping kobolds along the way. And when they got to the trophy room, Ruckus decides he needs a little bit more. His appetite is not quite sated, and he rushes toward the kobold's lair and starts taking down kobold after kobold. They try a counterassault, but they can't penetrate his were-shark skin. Most of the kobolds flee, but an unlucky handful are trapped in a corner and are consumed by were-ruckus. Ruckus goes back to the trophy room where Varinka, Olak, and Kotota have chipped away the ice to a treasure chest on the frozen hull of that ship, and they pocket some of the treasure. By pocketing that treasure, Macath assures them they have drawn the attention of Arauthator. And so with that belief, they arrange themselves preparing for the dragon, but a pair of ice trolls come charging toward the chamber, followed by a score of kobolds. The trolls go toe-to-toe with Varinka, Were-Ruckus, and Strider. Just as the trolls finally fall, the ice melts away in a 10-foot diameter in the center of the floor, and Arauthator pokes his head into the chamber. Glowing, or should I say Grolgark, the young gold dragon, had noticed the movement under the ice and held an action to unleash his breath weapon when he saw the white dragon. Fear gripped many of our adventurers when the dragon appeared, and Arauthator blasted first Grolgark, then Kotota, Varinka, and Ruckus's spirit dragon. With his mighty roar, the whole chamber shook, forcing the team to attempt to dodge falling chunks of ice. Meanwhile, Strider was tackled by 7 kobolds, taking massive damage before burning them off with his flaming spear. Kotota, Grolgark retaliated with fireballs and caused Arauthator to retreat to a lower level. Grolgark and Kotota chase him to the lower chamber. Kotota falls into a hole in the ice of the floor below, in the chamber below, and into the frigid sea below that. Grolgark keeps blasting Arauthator with fireballs, driving Arauthator into yet another hole and into the sea below as the white dragon tries to escape. But our adventurers take on a certain peril and make a daring attempt at one final confrontation. Olak summons an enhanced version of his vortex warp and propels Were-Ruckus some 150 feet down into the dark sea toward the expected position of the escaping dragon. Were-Ruckus does spot the dragon, transforms himself into a giant shark, and deals a final death blow by gashing into Arauthator's hind section. Feeling the effects of the icy depths, Shark-Ruckus hurriedly swims up to the ice, transforms back into Were-Ruckus, and in which form he does his thunder step to get out of the water. Despite their tough hides, Ruckus /Were-Shark and Glowing /Grolgark, the young gold dragon, takes 2 levels of exhaustion as lingering effects of staying in that icy water too long. The battle-worn group, cold and injured, as they regroup from the battle, are filled with a sense of power as they gain a level. For most, this power is welcome, but for Glowing /Grolgark, the young dragon, the dark god that gifted him his ability to transform into the dragon, is not satisfied. The dark god is not satisfied and demands an immediate tribute. The dark god consumes Grolgark. His eyes grow dark. He lets out a roar and attacks the first human he sees, which just happens to be Olak. And that is where we'll begin next Thursday. before we end, we have a couple more notes. More notes. You do level up. Our party does level up, and but you have not had a long rest. So you get any incremental gains from leveling. That is, you would get that amount of hit points that you gained. You would get those hit points, and any spell slots you would gain, you would have those spell slots available. Anything used, they're still used. Any hit points are used up, but you get the incremental gains. There is treasure in that frozen ice. I described that his Arauthator's hoard, his treasure hoard, has been frozen into the floor and walls. It's covered with ice, similar to the ice chest, right? There was but I looked it up, and here's in the treasure room. There was 700 gold pieces, 1,000 silver pieces, and 20 precious stones. And this is where the value really comes. 5 200 gold piece stones, 5 400 gold piece stones, 5 600 gold piece stones, and 5 800 gold piece stones. Wow! You add all that up, it comes to very close to 10,000 gold pieces. And so I wonder, are there any diamonds? I think it's quite likely. Let's find out. So, are there any diamonds suitable for Revivify? I'm gonna say that's very likely. Chaos Strength. Things have been pretty chaotic, so I'm gonna go ahead and increase that. Did we take away the? We took away the. Is it favorable or not? So let's go ahead and roll that to chat and see what happens. 5 exceptional, yes. So I'm going to take that as there's not just one, there's 2 diamonds. And then the chest in the trophy room contains 375 gold pieces, 1,480 electrum pieces, and 495 silver pieces, plus jewelry and precious objects worth another 225 gold pieces. So if we add that up real quick, 375 plus 225, that is 600. 600. Now, electrum pieces is, one electrum is half a gold, so that puts us at 500 plus another 740. 740 plus 6 is 1340 gold pieces there. 1340. Now, silver pieces is 10 silver to a gold, so that is 49. So 1340, I'd say that's pretty much 1,400 gold pieces. 1,400 gold pieces plus jewelry and precious objects worth another 225. So 14, I'd say that's about 1,600 gold pieces in that trophy. So that's what's in the treasure chest in the trophy room. Now, the scrying spell. Scrying spell requires an item to be used as a focus. That item must be worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. It could be a crystal ball, it could be a silver mirror, or, I thought most interesting, a font filled with holy water. That feels most appropriate for our cleric, assuming he lives, our cleric that has the ability to cast holy water. And I thought, could there possibly be a cleric's font that could be filled with holy water? How about we check and see? And so we're going to do a fate question, and we're going to add the question there. And is it specifically that item? Is it likely? I think it's actually somewhat unlikely. Let's say unlikely. Chaos rank, we're going to say 5, and we'll throw this to the chat. Yes, there is. Yeah, there is this font. So I'm picturing this bowl, right? This bowl. It might be a simple wooden bowl with a mark of Arauthator on the side, and to make its value, it has these gems embedded around the rim, and that's where you get your 1,000 gold pieces worth of value of this bowl. Otherwise, it's a pretty simple wooden bowl with just this mark of Arauthator, or the mark of Goin's deity that he worships, the cleric that he worships. And then, if we continue on, finally, I promised you each could pick a magic item, and we check the fate table to see if it is in Arauthator's treasure. The likeliness of it being there is going to be related to the item's rarity. If you know the item you want, maybe you could put it in the comments below. That'd be pretty nice. Put it in the comment below, and then I'd be a little bit more prepared. I thought I might show you. So for your item, here's the kind of the way I'm thinking about rolling on it. If it's a legendary, that's near impossible. Right? A specific legendary item for you to be there for you would be near impossible. So as I make that fate selection, I'm going to select impossible, and that's going to go down to common, which would I'd just be 50-50 unsure. So legendary is impossible. Very rare would be no way. Rare is just very unlikely. Uncommon, simply unlikely. And common would be unsure. Now, just because you didn't get your specific thing, we're going to give you a chance to get the specific thing you want. But if you don't get the specific thing, there'll be other. I'll replace it with a more random magic item. And maybe I'd even pull it from one of my alternate resources. So that is our game from Thursday. You know, how are we going to survive Grolgok, the murderous young dragon? I hope you are enjoying this game as much as I am. I had a blast on Thursday. But before you drop off, type in your magic item below if you can think of one. But please click that like and subscribe if you have. I know most of you have by now. And click that notification, most of you have by now. But I can't wait to see what happens next week. And I hope you're having as much fun as I am. But until then, take care.